Okay, so I decided today that I would post this for you so that you have something to refer to when you are doing your facts and setting them up, because I thought that these would be good examples. It's kind of hard sometimes in class to kind of document. It's not like you can take notes. I guess you can videotape me, but I don't know. I just don't do very well on videotape. Anyway, that's beside the point. I want to be able to go over with you each fact. I'm going to go over 6 different facts. Well, no, that's a lie. I'm going to go over the 6 types of facts, but remember, you only need 5 because it's either a percentage or a fraction. Okay, so we're going to start with the first one. We are setting, and this we've done these facts ad nauseum. But if you look at it, you're going to set up the whole. That's how you set it up. This is the translation guide. You set up the whole with your right eyebrows. Then you tell about the part using either percentages or fractions. Now, the last part is you're going to contrast the rest with the whole, and then you're going to add a comment. We haven't added a comment yet. This is just merely speculating. This is something that maybe you come up with. So I'm going to go with 1 in 12 deaf children has deaf parents. Okay. So let me first set that up. And then I'm going to explain, and then I'm going to sign the fact and explain. So what the whole is, you have deaf all over, eyebrows would be raised. And you would say around 8% have deaf parents. Around 92% have hearing parents. Now, here's where, that's how you set it up. That was pretty easy because we've done that. But the comment is, I'm going to say that, well, since that's the case, so I would say the reason that it's so low is that I would say something like, why? Deafness isn't hereditary necessarily. You can get it from maybe being sick. You can get it from family, but it's not necessarily hereditary. Okay, so that's one. I know it's kind of a weak thing, but that's just to help that, just to do that. And then the next one that I would do. Thanks. The next one would be a ratio. 1 out of 4 American Roman Catholics is Hispanic. All right. So I got to come up with, why is that? Why would 1 in 4 be Hispanic? My guess is maybe because we have a close link to, we're close to Mexico. And maybe there's a lot of Puerto Ricans that come over. I don't know, but that's what I'm gonna say. So I'm gonna say here. Oh no, I wouldn't say that. This is for a ratio. So I would say if group. Let's see. What would I do? Sorry. If group and you had 4 on your weak hand, you would say. You would do this. You would say 1. Themselves are Mexican, Hispanic. Okay, so that's easy. Now, if I were going to make that, and then I would say why? Maybe it's the United States, America and Mexico are close in proximity. I don't know. Okay. The next one that I would do is a fraction. Now we've already done a percentage, so I'm going to do a fraction, and I'm going to use the same. I'm going to do the 57 out of 100 people on Earth are of Asian descent. Okay, so this is kind of an easy one as in terms of why is it, and it's most likely because Asia is a big country, or sorry, not country, sorry, my bad, continent, and it's like 1/3 of the population, I believe, of Asians. I mean, it's huge. It's the largest continent. Okay, so here goes. So you would say people all over the world, okay, and now here comes around 3/5, so, or 3/5 generation is from Asia, and you kind of can say area, and then around 2/5 is from different, okay, why? Because over there, Asia is large place that people live, and many people are there, blah, blah, blah. Okay, moving on. Alright, now we're going to go to the listing one, and the listing one is there's different ones. There's a ranking, there's a top 5, and the top most oldest. So I'm going to go over with, I'm going to first do a ranking, okay? And with the ranking, you do not need to give some explanation as to why you think this, okay? So the fact is, the U.S. cities with the highest divorce rates are first Dallas, then Phoenix, and then Houston. I have no idea why. My guess is they might be materialistic cities. I mean, Texas has big hair and lots of makeup and, you know, this stuff, and Phoenix has this too, lots of those surgeries. So maybe people are more materialistic. I don't know. So the way that you do this, you would say America, cities all over, eyebrows would be raised. And then you would ask a rhetorical question. Which city has the highest divorce? Which? So you would start then listing Dallas, Houston, I think that was a Houston, yeah, and then Phoenix. Which? And you're going to point to Dallas. Alright, that one's easy. Now, the next one is naming the top 5, and that's pretty simple too. All you're going to do is establish the topic. You're going to ask a rhetorical question to focus the topic, and then list items on the left. For me, it's the left hand. It's on the weak hand. Okay. So the fact is, the 5 most common surnames in the United States are Smith, Johnson, Williams, Jones, and Brown. So you would say here, America, all over, 5 most common's finger spelled, last names, and then you go what? And this is easy. You would say Smith, Johnson, Williams, Jones, and Brown. Simple as that. Naming the top oldest, most and oldest, okay? So what you're going to say is, what are you going to say? Sorry. You're going to first establish the topic. So you have, and remember we did this in ASL 1 where we established the topic and then the comment. So basically we would say 3 flags. Which is the oldest? This is old and then comes up. Which is the oldest? Which? So you start listing them. You have England Union Jack, and basically you're going to kind of give a descriptive classifier with that. And then you have the French tricolor. Okay? And then you have America, stripes, stars, and stripes. Which is the oldest? You point to America. Okay? And you nod. Okay? Alright. Now, we're going to look at the next facts, which are comparisons. Now, comparisons, you have 2 ways of doing this, and you can look at your translation guide. If you follow in the translation guide on page 35, it says, name the topics being compared. Use contrastive structure. And then it says, pose a question. Or you're going to reverse that. You pose a question, and you name the topics being compared. So we'll just go like this, just to make it easy on us. And you have to, then you've supplied an answer, and then you can give an interpretation, either addressing why it's either true or what should be done. Okay, so looking at the first one, it says babies of deaf parents learn to use sign language about 3 months earlier than babies of hearing parents. Alright, so we would first establish, so we're going to establish where they are. So we're going to say over here, babies, deaf parents. Over here, babies, hearing parents. Okay, and then we're going to say who learns to communicate first. That's the question. Eyebrows would be raised, and you would point. They do. They learn 3 months early more than they. And then why? Well, maybe the voice hasn't developed, and so babies can use their hands and whatnot. Okay. Let's just do another one just for the heck of it because it's so fun. Actually, I actually do have fun doing these, but let's look at the next one. It says there are more places and things named after Abe Lincoln, 1,361, than places and things named after George Washington. That's 1,346. So first we need to establish how do we sign places and things. And so this is what I would say. I would say places, things. I would say things. You know, hospitals, streets, schools, that sort of thing. And then named after, you could say named after. So named after, and then you will do, when we do more than, we do more than, and we would point to wherever. So in this case, and then you're going to show a balance. And then we need to figure out, why do we think this? And I have no idea why, because George Washington was the first president, but then Abraham Lincoln was the 16th president. So I'm guessing that with Abe Lincoln, he was more popular, maybe more famous, maybe, you know, the Gettysburg Address, maybe during the Civil War with the, you know, the Union is freeing of the slaves, maybe that was it. So I'm going to just kind of conjecture there and figure, and that's what I'm going to say. So I'm going to first start it off with, I would first illustrate by saying, okay, Lincoln there, that's the sign for Lincoln, not loser, Lincoln there, Washington there, okay? And my question would be, who has more places named after them? So who has more places, meaning hospitals, streets, schools, named after who? You would say him. He has 1,361. He has 1,346, so he more than him. Why? Maybe he was more famous during the Civil War or the slavery. I don't know. Okay, so that's one of them. So that's easy in terms of the comparison. So you need to make sure that you say why it's true, why you think, or what should be done, or whatever it would be. Now, I think another one that I want to show is there's another fact in here, number 9. The Las Vegas Hilton has 3 times as many hotel rooms as the whole country of Burma. That to me is bizarre and crazy. Wow, I got a text from Ashton. Okay. Alright, anyway. So I was first established, okay, so I'm guessing that Burma is tiny. And that's what I would guess, unless it's poor. I have no idea. But let's just say that Burma is tiny. Okay, it's a small country. So first we would say Las Vegas hotels name, or Hilton, or Las Vegas hotel name Hilton, sorry, I pluralized it. And then I would say country near India named Burma. Okay, the question is, which has more hotel rooms? Which? They do. They have 3 times. So this is 3 times. So this is twice, 3 times more than them. And why? Maybe this country is really small. It's smaller than them. I don't know. Okay? So that's one way to do it. And then lastly, I want to do comparison. Oh, sorry, not comparison. I want to do classifiers to describe a fact, right? So if you look on page 35, I think, in your book, and I'm looking at something. No, that's a lie. Not 35, 38. There we go. And we're going to go with, I'm going to go with the one in number 3. It says, a fellow named Muldoon, a Union commander during the Civil War, invented the shower by perforating the bottom of a suspended bucket to let water run out. Okay, so in this case, we need to broach the subject, okay? And then we need to name the topic using raised eyebrows. Then we need to pose a rhetorical question, and then we explain. So there's no reason to say, well, why this is. We just explain the whole fact. So what we'll do is we will say, for this fact, and this one is fairly easy, we would say, alright, so we would say, during Civil War, no, wait, that's not how we do it. I'm sorry, I just kind of had a little bit of a brain fart. That's not what we want. We want to go like this. We want to go, how did the shower, or who invented the shower? Who? And then you would say, during the Civil War, man named Muldoon invent shower. How? He had a bucket, and he poked holes in it, and he poured water, and it would come down. And he was the one that invented it. It's not that hard. That one's easy. Fairly easy. Alright? So anyway, that is probably about it. So anyway, I hope that you find this helpful. I hope this helps you with your, the way you set things up. So anyway, see you later.